I've been drawing old masterpieces with highlighter, and a comment I often get is, so I'm going to give a tiny tutorial on how I do it. Here we have all my highlighters. Bring! I take yellow because it's the lightest of all of them, and I'm just going to draw a circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, just kind of like that. I'll keep going with my yellow and add kind of where I want the highlight to be, the lightest part of it to be. Then I'm gonna color in a section of the middle of it, the circle. And I'm just gonna scribble, scribble. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because it looks kind of charming that way. So here we go, scribble, inside. I like it when it's not perfectly solid. So now I'm gonna do these little cross hatching, and it makes it sort of a lighter version of the yellow. So if you can see how I'm doing all these little hatch marks, it gives it kind of a medium value. So hatch, 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 and then I take my orange, which is the middle color. It's a little darker, well, a lot darker than the yellow, but not as dark as some of the other ones. So I'm gonna use it as my middle tone. So I make a stripe of that, and then I like to put a little outline around it because I like outlines. You don't have to do that. Then I color it in. And then I'm gonna do that same hatch thing, but I'm gonna go over the yellow. So you can see my hatch marks. Hatch, 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 hatch. I love doing this kind of thing. Fast forward. Yeah, so I hatch all the way around. It makes kind of a middle tone. All right, now I take my green, which is darker. This set of highlighters anyway. The green is darker in value than the orange. So I'm gonna make my little stripe there. And then I'm gonna color it in. Again, you don't have to be perfect. I think it looks charming and highlightery when it's not perfect. Okay, see my hatches there? I'm doing hatching again, and it gives it kind of a neat, like a middle ground there. And again, I like to outline around because I like outlines. Now blue. This blue happens to be dark, like a very dark tone, a very dark value. So I use it as the darkest part of the sphere that we're making. I'm gonna color it in. This will be at the bottom of it because that's the shadow that I'm making. Doot, doot, doot. And then I do the hatch again. And I've been playing around with how I actually like to shade things, but this is how I've been doing it lately. Okay, shadow. Usually when you have a sphere, there's an oval type shadow. And then I use my blue to color it in. Like that. Then I'm gonna take pink because pink over the blue makes it even darker and a sort of purple shade. So I'm gonna go for it with the purple hatching. And I even like to put a little bit of pink around the outside because it gives it this nice sort of glow. And it reminds me of offset printing, if you know what that is. Looks kinda neat. All right, there's my highlighters. Here's my drawing. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments.